Hey everybody, it's your girl Candy. Um, so hopefully I can make this video short because I did have it planned like last week when this situation kind of blasted off, but once again, I've been too tired, too exhausted to do anything, so I held it off, but I made sure I put it in my phone just to remind myself to make it. So I'm gonna try to make this video as short as possible and just kind of just jump in there. So, you guys read the title of the video and you know exactly what this video is finna be about. So, mm. Alright, so long story short, there was a situation that happened last week regarding Microsoft and our Xbox. With them raising the price, raising the price of the Xbox Live service. Now, first of all, Microsoft believe they can get away with this because to them, they believe you guys are fucking idiots. The stands are fucking idiots, yes. But the real Xbox fans, no. The real Xbox fans are the ones that Microsoft employees or Xbox employees tend to ignore and not listen to whenever they have a real concern about the whole console or any games abroad. You feel me? Like they were the ones that were like extra loud when it came to that whole Halo situation when they first released that gameplay video and it just looked like garbage and you had the stands over here praising it saying it doesn't look that bad, but the real fans were making a big fuss about the way it looked. So anyway, um Microsoft, um like I said, they think their whole fan base is full of fucking idiots. Either they think you guys are all fully fucking idiots, or they don't feel like it's enough real fans to combat this. So either or, but either way, it was just the whole situation that they felt, the situation, excuse me, that they felt like they can get away with. So anyway, when they announced this, the whole of Xbox Twitter went nuts and went fucking crazy. And not even like within 2 days did we see a huge fucking change in them reversing it. Not only did they reverse it, but they also said, you know what? Now we're gonna take the paid wall from free to play games, which is something that should have been done a long time ago, because Sony and Nintendo and PC have already been fucking doing this for free to play games. So it just made no sense how they were just like the fucking oddballs when it came to this situation, and people have been shouting about them removing this shit for a very long time now. So this wasn't like a first occurrence that people started to shout about this situation. This, yeah. So anyway, within one fucking day, like after announcing this shit, they reversed everything. I don't know about anybody else, but I said this on Twitter, but I just found it, excuse me, a little too suspect that they did this just a little bit too quickly for me. And I'm not saying it shouldn't have been done, but I'm just saying like it was just a little bit too quick to me. So I just feel like they have something else under their sleeves that they're gonna try to pull on y'all asses. Um, with regarding that situation, there was also people that were upset at others for damning Microsoft for this and basically, just being upset about it and basically saying, I don't know why you guys are upset about this, at least they turned the situation around and they reversed it, which, it would be something they wouldn't have to necessarily do if they didn't do it in the first place. So that's something we shouldn't be praising any developer or big publisher for doing some stupid shit and then reversing it and saying we fucked up. I mean, I don't know, it's just not right to me because like I said before, it wouldn't be no need to do that if they didn't fuck up to begin with. And they didn't pull the stunt to begin with. So that's really not deserving of any type of praise or anything, to be quite honest, because like I said, if they weren't thinking about doing it, then it wouldn't be anything that people would be upset about. But my thing is also on that situation, um, Microsoft maybe feel like they gotta recoup some of their money back because let's be honest, like their games haven't been doing too hot, and a lot of things, excuse me, haven't been going too hot for them. So understandably, they want to make some fucking money, and they already said that Game Pass, excuse me, what the fuck is wrong with me? Oh my god! But they already said that Game Pass was just like more of a test in the water type thing, and it was just something they just wanted to try out. But now, we know that it's not really making them too huge. They're making money off of it, but it's not like what they expect. So anyway, like I said, that was a whole bunch of controversy that happened and blah, blah, blah. So with that situation, knowing Xbox stands, not fans, but stands, STANS. The stands took that situation and tried to basically pull a reverse and turn the situation on Sony. And basically, they started up this stupid ass narrative and stupid ass conversation about why Sony are charging $70 for games and blah, blah, blah. First of all, Microsoft and Sony, when it comes to their developers, and it's just not comparable in any way, shape, or fucking form. It's not worthy. Microsoft's developers right now at the moment, they're not worthy of. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna say that. That's gonna sound real fucking mean. I'm gonna say it like this. At the very moment, their developers haven't really shown, like, they haven't been shown to be on the level that Sony's developers on. Like, even with Sony having less studios, the developers still managed to push out all this top-notch quality fucking content that we talk about for fucking years on fucking end. Compared to Microsoft, where they release one game and you're not really talking about it much, or it's only talked about when some stupid ass stan or fanboy wants to bring it up in a random conversation about how many more games and studios that Microsoft has. Yes, they have a lot of studios, but there's a lot of studios that they haven't fucking utilized. And a lot of you like to say, well, it takes time and this and that and da 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 da, but it's been several generations now. Like, how much fucking time do they need to utilize these fucking developers? How much time do you think they need? Because Sony's developers always seem like they have all their shit together and they always give us something new every generation and something fresh and always something fucking ready every generation. Microsoft developers just always seem so fucking confused and lost. And I'm gonna blame it on Microsoft because they're not over here nurturing they just buying up shit. They're not nurturing these studios. They're not doing any of what Sony does to their studios to make them feel comfortable enough to, do them. That's not what I don't see that over on the Microsoft side of things. I see it on the Sony side of things. I don't really even see that on the Nintendo side of things, to be quite honest. Well, maybe some Nintendo do it, but it's just not like how Sony do with their developers. They just have a lot more care to me, in my opinion. Now, there's no such thing as a good bad. I mean, a completely good studio. I mean, not studio. Fuck me, publisher, big publisher, any of that. There's no such thing. But they just nurture they nurture their work. They let them know that it's okay, and this is why we've gotten so many sequels and ooh, excuse me, to so many of these IPs that we love from generation after generation because Sony fucking care about it. And they always take risks when it comes to their IPs, and even if it doesn't do too well, they still continue to take risks. And this is why I fuck with Sony and why I have been supporting them for so many years. Because again, even if a fucking IP doesn't do too well, an idea doesn't go too well, it's still something that they supported and they pushed, and they still keep taking risks. They don't just like get a game that's not too good and it doesn't do too good and say, you know what, we're not going to do this. We're just going to stick to the IPs we're used to and keep it moving. That's what Microsoft does. That's what Nintendo's comfortable with doing. Nintendo, I haven't really seen, have taken really, big risks in I don't know how many fucking years and generations because we just keep getting Mario, 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 Mario. Maybe we'll get a fucking Zelda game. And then it's back to Mario, and then Mario, Mario, Mario. So Nintendo aren't really too big on taking risks when it comes to their IP wise. Now, their hardware wise, I guess you can say they take risks because their designs are always so fucking odd and weird and interesting in some way, shape, or form. But IP wise, no, just no. But yeah, like I said, A lot of Xbox stands try to basically do a reverse because a lot of heat was on Microsoft for the situation they pulled the day before. So they basically try to pull this and ask us when we start getting more information about the Returnal, because we'll be getting that in April now. It was supposed to be in March, but they pushed it back. So I'm pretty okay with that because I have no complaints because I still have a huge backlog that I need to like knock out. But it's very difficult because I don't have the time that I used to have years and years ago now, and especially now because, working through a pandemic can be extremely just exhausting, bro, and it's just so fucking hard. Like, holy crap. I just like I can't like wait fast enough to be able to be in a situation where we're just back to a regular old normal work week and day and year because this is just so fucking crazy. But anyway, um so yeah, they basically when we started getting more Returnal game, we got more Returnal gameplay. They basically took that and tried to use it against us and say you guys don't have a voice against Sony and they're charging $70 and da 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 da. And like I said before, Sony are not the like Sony aren't the first people to announce that they'd be charging $70 games. They aren't the fucking first publishers to announce that shit. Like I mean, it's like everybody just ignored the fact that a lot of these big third parties were announcing that their games would be $70 for next gen hardware. They just completely ignored that and just basically said it's a Sony problem because Sony's a big publisher and they just don't like Sony, so that's why they feel like this is something that they should only make Sony's fault. So I'm just over here laughing like, wow. So like, you guys do realize that you're gonna be wrong for the upteenth time, excuse me, when third parties start having games on the Xbox Series X and they also cost $70. Cause let's be serious, we all know that we won't be seeing a lot of those games on Game Pass, and so if you want the game, you will be paying the full $70 for it. Let's just keep it 100%, okay? Cause I mean, it's getting kind of old that seeing you guys as grown ass people willfully be this fucking ignorant. Like, come on, bro. It's just so fucking obvious and in your face right now. In your fucking, like, right there. Everybody fucking sees it. Yet you guys just choose to be willfully ignorant. It's just not okay. It's like, why do you guys enjoy being so fucking wrong all the time? And why do so many people enjoy following wrong people with the wrong information and just spreading all this false shit? I don't fucking know, bro. And anybody that tells the truth or any of that, like, fucking regard, you're being a fucking hater or just something fucking else, something fucking stupid that these motherfuckers can think of. And I'm just sitting here like crazy, like, mm, shaking my damn head. Shaking my motherfucking head. But I also said that when it comes to quality, when you think of quality and you think of great IPs, you think of Sony PlayStation. Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft, not comparable, like at all. Not comparable. Microsoft literally has no reason to even charge you guys anything higher than what they're charging you guys now because they haven't really provided you guys much of anything. You guys paid once again $500 for a brand new system, only to be told that you're gonna be not paying, playing. Fuck me, man. I don't know what the hell wrong with me. Playing games that you played fucking 2 generations ago. That's what they basically told y'all asses to buy a brand new console just to play games you played fucking 2 generations ago. Like, I don't know. That's just fucking insane to me. Like, I would never, if Sony ever pushed some bullshit like that, told me to buy a system for 400 to $500 only to go back and play games I played generations ago. Like, I can't, dude. I just couldn't see myself doing that. Like, if that's the case, I'll just wait for everything to just price drop and then get it then. But even then, even if it being price drop, it still wouldn't be worth it. Because if that's the case, I'm just gonna hold on to my old systems and just fucking play them then. Like, I don't know. It's just me, bro. But I don't like to buy brand new fucking consoles just to play the oldest of old games on my fucking console. That's just not something I see. I want to see I want to experience new things, new IPs, new ideas. You know what I'm saying? Like something just new. Like, and my whole thing is with that whole price situation is at least you're getting quality from Sony. At least you know that the things you're getting is brand new and it's a brand new idea. Yes, doing a new IP is pretty fucking risky, and it can be a little, but at the same time, it's new. It's a new idea. So, I mean, let's be serious. You also can also be pretty skeptical when a favorite series of yours may be getting a sequel, but because you don't really know what developers are going to do and change in that game, you may not like it, and it may not be up to your standards. So you never fucking know. Also, my whole thing with that situation is the fact that Nintendo stands and felt like they could just insert themselves into the conversation regarding the $70 price when Nintendo basically told y'all to play Mario 64 again, which came out like what 20 something years ago, and basically they threw that in y'all face, and they didn't fucking remaster it. They didn't fucking do anything new to basically upgrade it and remaster it. Like they didn't pull a fucking Saints Row the Third and give us a whole just a brand new look or nothing like that. They just threw this game, put it on the disc, and told y'all niggas to pay $60 for it. But somehow y'all feel like you guys can just insert yourself into that conversation when y'all really have no room. Like I don't know, it's just always boggled my mind that Nintendo never gets any smoke for their bad fucking practices, and people see them as fucking angels, but these same people like to go to Sony and call them out for their practices, never looking at Nintendo, excuse me, and their fucking practices and what they do to their fucking consumers. People just ignore all that shit just to say Sony are fucking terrible or anti-consumer. There's an anti-consumer that. Like I don't know. That's just fucking twisted to me and fucking weird to me. You guys are, if you're not gonna be fucking fair in in what you say, then you should just don't insert yourself into shit. Just be quiet about it and just keep doing you. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't make any sense to me. Like Nintendo stands nor Xbox stands have any goddamn room to try to insert themselves into anything regarding fucking price. And if it's such a big deal to you motherfuckers, then maybe you guys should stop gaming, because nobody fucking said that gaming was cheap. This is not a cheap hobby. If you feel like it's too goddamn much, then maybe you need to go find a different hobby and do something else with your fucking time. Period. Because we all seen this coming. We got new technology. It's 2021. This was bound to come. The question was when it was gonna happen. When it was gonna happen. That was the big question. So I've basically already accepted that. I've accepted that this is what comes with the new territory. So I wasn't really surprised. My only thing with this whole $70 situation is now it means that a lot of these third parties got to really step their game up, and they can't just really be giving us anything that they feel like they want to give us. I mean, even paying $60 for uncertainty when it comes to these fucking third party games was a risk. So now paying $10 more for that is even bigger risk because it's almost $100. So that's my only concern about this whole $70 situation. I already know that when it comes to Sony and their developers, they're gonna give us quality. They're gonna give us quality, fucking good games. I already know what I'm gonna get out of that. But when it comes to third parties, it's a bit of a skeptical fucking, yeah. Yeah, I'm really like just treading real slight, like really lightly, when it regards that. So, but yeah, that's my only fucking concern regarding that. But other than that, I have no fucking issue with it because, like I said before, it was expected. It was just a question of when it was gonna happen. You feel me? With this fucking new technology, like we ought to be lucky that we got these fucking brand new consoles for $500 because they could have been six. You know? Like I don't know, a lot of people was expecting a fucking PlayStation 4, I mean 5, and the Xbox Series S to be like $400. I don't know why. I mean, yes, we got a $400 digital PlayStation 5, so yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, but that's my thoughts about the situation. Xbox stands really need to stop doing that bullshit. Like, you guys never like to hold Microsoft accountable for anything. You guys always like to go to Sony did it, or Sony doing it too, or, let me just go find some bullshit to dig up about Sony and just say, well, Sony are bad too, and this and that, and da 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 da. Y'all niggas never like to hold Microsoft, aka Xbox, accountable for any goddamn thing. And I feel so bad because again, you got the actual Xbox fans who do have a voice against bullshit and their dislikes, and how they want Microsoft to better themselves and be better, for overall. But then the stands are always the ones that are over, like, so over them, and these are the people that these big Xbox execs seem to fucking listen to more so of than a real Xbox fan who's giving real criticism. I don't even understand that. Like, I know you want to be better, so to be better, you got to have some type of criticism, and they just really can't take any of that. So this is why they really don't listen to fucking real Xbox fans. Now, there was also people saying that when Microsoft pulled that stunt, that the reason why they decided to reverse the shit so fast was because um, people kept saying they were going to PlayStation, get a PlayStation 5 because they were over this bullshit. Da, 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 da. But my whole thing is, like, after the Xbox One came out, they had already lost the majority of their fans and shit like that. So, why didn't they start making any better changes back then? And why did it take now for them to say, wait a minute, we fucked up? We're gonna reverse, and we're also gonna take the fucking paywall off free to play. It's just too suspect for me right now, and I just feel like they hiding something, and they finna pull something on y'all asses. Cause like I said before, they're gonna want to recoup, cause they spent a lot of motherfucking money on Bethesda. Bethesda, like, they bought a motherfucking publisher, dude. The people like to compare that situation to, say, a Somniac, but like I said, Microsoft bought a publisher compared to Sony buying a developer. So yeah, publisher, developer, publisher, developer, publisher, developer. So exactly, that's a whole total different ballpark, like ball game. Excuse me, not ballpark. But I don't know, dude. That's just me. I think you guys really need to stop pointing fingers and pointing it towards us and making it seem like it's our fault that Microsoft have done all this screwing up. But I think even you guys tell yourself all the time that Microsoft fucks up a lot. But again, you don't like to acknowledge it, and you just like to find someone else to blame, aka Sony and Sony fans and whatnot. So to me, I think the reason why also they did that reverse was because a lot of PlayStation fans are extra loud. Yes, PlayStation fans and stands can be annoying as fuck with their trolling and whatnot, but see, things like that is the reason why a lot of things have been getting changed. Like, imagine if we weren't around. Imagine that. Like, imagine that. Because of us, that's the reason why Microsoft decided to take motherfucking Halo and throw that shit back in the lab. Because of us, because we trolled the hell out of it. So, yeah, if we wasn't around, you guys would be fucked. Because there's just not enough Xbox fans to really have a huge enough voice to get Microsoft to listen and really get some good changes. But anyway, hopefully I did not miss anything and I've said everything I wanted to say. Ooh, that was a motherfucking mouthful. I may or may not, excuse me. Oh my god, I've been fucking up through this whole video. I may or may not leave a question of the day at the end of the video, but we'll see how I feel once I actually get this edited and da 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 da. But anyway, chucking the deuces, baby.